Hello. Just make sure I get this figured out. And hopefully get it right. Although, you guys know me. Everybody knows me. And if you make me laugh today, there will be coughing. But that's okay. If you want to make me laugh, make me laugh. I'm certainly not going to say no today. Hello, Lori. I kind of expected to be quieter than normal because of the schedule change. Hello. What's the song? If you want to make me laugh, make me laugh. Hello, Teresa and Julie, Carrie, Lisa. My goodness, I thought it would be like super quiet because, it's, oh, I just touched the camera with my foot. We're not on a boat. And I'm not sure if I was clear in that post. Did anybody not understand what was going on? I guess I wasn't as clear as I should have been. Not the first time. Well, I'm glad to see all of you. I really thought it would be so quiet because of the change. I just totally poured water on myself. Hey! Here too, Lori, it's awful. Literally just want to sit inside and like look at the nice snow where it's cozy. Okay, so Crystal understood. I read it later and I'm like, okay, so I'm not sure if people are totally getting what I was saying. And I'm not always that clear. Lisa said, hi from South Georgia. Hello, Lisa. Welcome. Thanks, Lori. I do too. Mandy said, I don't know about the song, but I was poking around the store website yesterday, and at the top it said, welcome back. I did that on purpose. I didn't think too many people would notice because it's small, right? And she said, I read it in your voice like you say it in the beginning of a video. That was my plan. I was hoping. Hi, Ellen. I'm feeling good. The world is upside down. Say that. Okay, Lori understood. All right, so maybe not. Venus said, where was your post? Just this week, Venus. I totally messed up because when I started to get the post out there, I meant to put it on Instagram and like everywhere. And I don't know why I didn't. Honestly, probably just got distracted. But it's just for this week. And I just had to move things up for today because tomorrow we are going to go down and visit John's mom. I know, Carrie, I saw that. I meant to say something because we were chatting on Messenger earlier, and I meant to say, like, poor Dan freezing his buns off. It's so cold. Southern Stitcher said I was freezing in the middle of the night. Watch said it was -5. So we have, I don't know if I've ever explained all this before, but like in our bedroom, that's where the sliding door that goes out to our back door is, because it was meant to be a family room. But they changed the configuration of this house before we moved in. So we have this sliding glass door, and that's where our doggy door is. It's like one of those ones you set in the track. And so it leaks cold really bad, and heat, whatever. It leaks a lot. And so our room gets really cold, which I don't really mind, but we have a heated mattress pad. So if I wake up cold in the middle of the night, I just like turn it on. It's like an old-fashioned electric blanket, but it's like underneath. And sometimes I really quickly, like 20 minutes before we go to bed, I'll sneak down here and turn both sides of our bed on so we get in, and it's like sliding. It's like if you were a toaster strudel and you slid into the toaster. It is the best. But our room is freezing. Crystal said, I finally had a night of not having to drip water. Uh-oh. What? Oh, got it. I think I got it. Hello, Evie. Evie is in New York, and we have another, I think it's BD Garrett, right? That's also in New York, but she hasn't been here for a while. Okay. Venus said, only social media I am on is YouTube. I totally meant to make a post on YouTube. Like I was like, okay, I need to do this and then go to Instagram and put it on YouTube. And I totally got distracted. I'm making you know what? People from other countries probably don't know what toaster strudel is. I'm making spaghetti sauce in the kitchen upstairs. And also, like, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on right now. So, oh, Crystal, yes. Yep. Hello, Tanya. Tarnia. Someone help me. I really want to get it right. Can you tell? Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you, Venus. Thank you for understanding. I'm still a little, you know. Well, I do think it is nice once in a while to be able to change it up. Cheryl said, I like that you're on today as I'm not able to join you on Sundays. It's like I want to keep it regular because then everybody can kind of depend on that thing happening. But once in a while, it's kind of nice for other people to be able to be here. So, Heather. Heather said, I made it. My son is yelling at me for not turning on dinosaurs. Aw. Oh, what are you doing? Terry said I shut the heat off in my room and open the window in winter. I actually like it a little cool. I love to like snuggle up and have all the blankies on me, you know, and get all cozy. But you know, John's always colder than me, but he has a lot of wool. It might surprise you. Tracy said, oh, Tanya said, call me anything you like, just don't call me late for dinner. Tracy said, I think we're all happy to get together anytime. I hope so. Lori said, we will come if we can always. I love it. It is very fun. Venus said, I make my own spaghetti sauce too, much better. I make a large batch and freeze it in serving sizes. I actually thought about that this morning. The year before, our tomatoes were crazy at the end of the season. So I froze a whole bunch. Like I just wash them and core them and then freeze them, even with the skin on and everything. And then I can just put them in the morning and like get some spices or whatever in the sauce. And then I cook it just really low kind of all day and get all the water, you know, cooked off. So that's usually what I do. But I didn't make a huge batch this time. I just took some of the tomatoes out of the freezer. But I don't do it all the time, but I do really like it. Lori said, I love to have lots of blankets and have a cold room. Same. My dad used to take the crank off my window when I was a kid because I like to crack the window. Uh-oh. See, this is why we can't get married, Carrie. My room would be too cold for you. Lisa said, yes, nice to be here live. I've had foot surgery and can't walk, so I've been binge watching all the breed study videos. Fun. Oh, Heather said we moved, so he's been watching a lot of dinosaurs while I do all the other things. Well, that's good. And it's good because you, like, learn, too. Oh, shoot. Hang on a sec. Taking care of things. At least I remembered how. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Carrie. Maybe we could sleep in separate rooms like aristocrats in England. Would that work better? Hello, Karen. Lisa said, yes, fun. About decided to order that kit thing with all of them. Good stuff. They were really nice to me too because I just bought one of those for fun. And hey, Annie, I wanted to tell you that I've decided that, remember I said I wasn't going to do another Sock Madness, and now that things are starting to come up on Sock Madness for next year, I'm totally going to do it. So yeah, I knew that would happen. I ordered that kit just for fun, and then after I opened it, everybody was like, hey, why don't we do it together? And so we did, and they actually thanked me for that because so many people, bought it and did it along together. So it's really fun. Crystal, aren't those pants crocheted, first of all? Crystal said, so when is John going to get knit pants that match his outfit? He loves wool. And I think he'd wear them if I made them. Lisa said, my poor husband sleeps with 4 quilts and I use the sheet. Lori asked what I'm making. These are socks. I actually started them right before the last Sunday. And I've been working on some other stuff too. They're for my son. And no, I did not spin it. Somebody asked, I'm sorry, I forgot. I get distracted. You know how I am. Sometimes there's too many things happening up here. It's Perth. Someone asked if it's hand spun, but that's why I buy it, because I think it kind of looks like hand spun sock yarn. And this color is Golden Wattle. Golden Wattle. Brought my wattle with me today. But yeah, Sock Madness, I was like, I stress myself out. I make myself crazy. And then I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to make myself crazy again this year. I'm doing it. Rico said, used my hands the other day. Now my middle finger is swollen. I want to knit. Oh, no. Okay, Crystal said the ones that were in the comments were crochet. I thought so. Okay, Connie, I love this because I did practice this intentionally. Connie said, I've been trying to practice knitting without looking. Any tips? My tip is just sit there with the TV on and just knit a couple of stitches, because it helps if you tell yourself I'm not trying to, do a marathon knitting thing. So knit 5 stitches and then look down and say, was that right? And then once you've done that a bunch of times correctly, you'll feel like you can go through, a little bit more before you look down. But don't try to force yourself never to look down. Just try to force yourself to keep your eyes up until you need to look down, if that makes sense. And it'll get longer and longer of stretches in between. Does that make sense? I think it does. Kim said, I used to knit my baby's wool pants to wear over their cloth diapers. I wore those. My mom used to make them, and she called them soakers. Over the cloth diapers. And I actually remember wearing soakers and diapers, believe it or not. Very tiny little flashes of being so small I'm in diapers. Carrie said, yes, I currently have 5 or 6 different breeds of wool in my stash, and I owe it to you. You're welcome. Crystal said, Elizabeth Zimmerman did knit pants in one of her books. They are more like leggings. I can see... And I don't know how disturbing that would be on John. It would be like an elf. I mean... So maybe they would be more like long johns, but he would want to wear them underneath his pants. This is getting weird. But I'm okay with it. But it's getting a little weird. I mean, people do knit their own knit leggings and kind of tights, Kim said, not sure I would attempt adult size pants though. Knitting my baby's wool pants is why I learned to knit. I love that. But see, Connie right now, I got my needle hooked up and I'm looking for a second. So, just to get it straight. Carrie said I would start with a thicker yarn too. For knitting without looking, you mean? Hello, Sue. Let me know how it goes, Connie. I would love to know. Oh gosh, are they still called soakers? We used to laugh about them because once your kids start walking, those soakers will like pull the diaper down as they're walking. Crystal said, be conscious of what your fingers are feeling when you knit while looking, then it's easier to not look. That's why I think if you do it just a few a few stitches at a time, your brain starts to really notice what your fingers are feeling. Okay, Carrie said yes, thicker yarn for knitting without looking. Excuse me. Yeah, getting weird. Things are getting weird. He wouldn't mind. You guys don't understand. He's like so game. That's one of the things I really like about him because he's super calm. He's like, but he's down. He's down for trying, doing crazy stuff. I love it. Heather said, my grandma put me in cloth diapers and my daughter-in-law did them till her little was almost 2. It's a lot of work. I think my mom had a service. Remember when maybe they still do that. I think my mom had a service back then. We lived in like the Detroit suburbs then, and it would have been easier to do. Kathleen said, wouldn't pants sag in the seat like knitted skirts do? Probably. Hello, Lana. How are you? Heather said the newer ones don't sag as bad. The covers are super snug. That's kind of nice. Crystal said, I haven't been brave enough to knit pants yet, so I can't tell you. Oh, Venus got 4 ounces of Charlet comb top. Are you familiar with that breed? I used it in the breed study, I think, didn't I? I'm pretty sure. And I did actually like it. I was surprised. Crystal said I was cloth diapered and I cloth diapered my son, and there are still diaper services, just not as many. So when I was little, I think disposables were less common. I was born in 74. So I think it was more common then to use cloth than disposables. I think they were just getting like coming into normal use, if that makes sense. Kim said I cloth diapered all 5 of my babies. I did use disposables sometimes, but they were mostly cloth diapered. Lots of years washing diapers. Tanya said I had twins and put them in cloth. Couldn't afford disposables. Disposables are crazy, aren't they? Sue said my mom used a cloth diaper service for me for a while. But like I even remember, I have a cousin who was born when I was 2, and I can remember them using cloth diapers on him, so the whole process and everything. Carrie said, so crochet pants would probably be more stable. I think they would, and they would have more like body to them. So I do think they would be more stable. Venus said, I'll go look. It's not super soft, but still next to skin. I did like it. I remember being surprised because I had not had the opportunity to try it before, and I was surprised how much I liked it after reading like the description and all that. Crystal said I princess washed my cloth diapers. What's that? Dry bucket instead of wet like my mom. I don't know what that is. Lori did cloth diapers for first daughter and had a service, but the second one I couldn't. I was too tired. I'm glad that you decided to do what you could, or what was best for you. Annie said I'm spinning Clune for. Is it Clune Forest for a vest? Perfect project because it's so not next to skin. Yeah, but it spins nice, doesn't it? It's fun to spin. Lisa tried it once. Connie said my brother was born in 70. So you get it, Connie. Spinning Faye said hello. I was finally able to catch a live hello. Lana tested positive for COVID. I'm sorry. Yeah, they had disposable, but I don't think they were as like commonly used as they are now. I hope you do get better, Lana. Candy said my was fine with disposable, but my daughter had cloth because she was allergic to most. Yeah, they used to put a lot of things. I think that they're a little less that way too, like scented things and stuff. Sue said yes. Disposables were not as common when I was a baby. 1971. She did a service for a while, then it was too expensive and she washed them herself. I think my aunt washed them herself. Kim said cloth diapers have changed so much. You can still buy the flat pre-folds, but my favorite diapers have elastic and snaps. That's nice. I remember the big pins with like the ducky heads. Oh, Candy said meant to say my son was fine. I got it. Kathleen, he would totally wear them. You don't understand. He was born in 19, well, should I say? He lived through the 70s. Let's say it that way. He's worn some sketchy stuff. We were joking about it just yesterday. He was telling me about riding around on a lawnmower and tube socks and a shirt with the sleeves cut off and a bandana so he could put it over his bushy hair. Hey, Mel. Heather said I did the G baby on my last for about 3 months. They are biodegradable but so leaky. Now we're potty training. Yay, potty training! Carrie, that's a great idea. That is a straight up great idea. Crystal said soiled diapers in a bucket to save for a wash. I just threw the diaper in the bucket and didn't try to rinse the diapers to go in the bucket. Like, I see. Got it. I see what you're saying. Yes, Southern Stitcher said disposable were more plasticky when I was a baby and I was allergic. For my daughter, disposables were so soft and gentle on skin. You know, I think like as moms and dads, we just have to go easy on each other and do what's best for our families and just not worry about what other people are doing, you know? People are so hard on moms, especially, but dads too. Connie said my daughter was allergic also. I had not heard of that, but I'm sure, I mean, it totally makes sense. Candy said, I washed them myself too and called the diaper pail bucket the toxic waste dump. Venus said I had to use cloth with my kids. They were allergic to the pamper. I'm thinking you're saying kind of diapers. Oh, Lisa, oh gosh, Lisa also tested positive. You know, it seems like it's everywhere still, but I'm reading articles that say it's getting better. Uh-oh. Tanya said, don't mention the pins. A friend of mine had a mishap with cloth diapers, pin, and a baby. Oh, dear. Carrie. I would have to do like our whole family though. All the boys in the family. So hilarious. Okay, soft. Annie said, sorry, I had pizza grease on my hands. It happens, Annie. What are you going to do? Deb Robson, I never know. Pronounced it Clun Forest. Okay. Hi, Kathy. Kathy said, love your channel. Finally caught a live. I also use cloth diapers on my kids in the 80s. Only use disposable if we are going out somewhere or visiting. It is easier sometimes. Hi, Jennifer. Go. What's your question? You guys are hilarious. I think every boy in my family would do it. Oh, I know, Crystal. Give me a break. She said dads get praised for babysitting their children. Hi, you can't babysit your own children. Okay, Jennifer said, I have a sidekick, which I love, but I hate changing bobbins, and so I was looking at a matchless or a crown, I don't know, a Kromsky minstrel. And as you have both, can you tell me which one you prefer? Oh gosh, that's really hard. I think it kind of depends. Hang on, let me hide the spammer. Uno momento. Bit of housekeeping. Okay. Okay, if you want to take it places, I think the Minstrel's better. It's a lot lighter. It's a lot easier to just like take places. I think for changing bobbins, they're pretty similar in how easy or difficult it is, which I don't think it's very hard, but that's me. Um, they're both well, the matchless is maybe a little more versatile, but not a ton. Probably a little bit because I think there's more options for um whirls and speeds and stuff, but not it's not a huge amount. So I think if those issues, well, and the minstrel is a bit less expensive, so that's another issue to think about. So that's kind of like, you know, kind of depends on what issues are most important to you. Oh, oh good. Oh, Lori, that's awful. Sue said my daughter has COVID too. Her roommate's boyfriend brought it to the dorm. I'm so sorry. Melanie said I stuck my little brother with those pins accidentally a few times. Granted, I was 5 or 6 and helping change diapers. Yeah. I mean, it happens. If you're using pins, it's going to happen sometimes. Carrie said Dan was a single dad, and some of the stuff he had to go through as a single dad of a daughter is ridiculous. I believe that. And you know, John was a single dad when I met him, and I never really believed that dads had a harder time in the court system. I guess maybe I didn't put that much thought into it. But during like all that, I had an education. And I do believe that dads have a harder time with like custody and court system stuff in general. Of course, that's a generality. I'm sure there's exceptions. I figured it out. Aaron said slowly recovering from COVID. Also, again, you know what I'm saying. This live sure is helping me feel better today. I'm glad. Jennifer said I don't find it hard, but just a bit of a pain. They're really similar that way anyway, so that wouldn't be much of a, consideration. Southern Stitcher said I had a Kromsky minstrel for years. It was great, but it was noisy and hurt my hips because of the position of the treadles. I have learned you really need to sit at a wheel and treadle it to see. I do think that's true, but I will say I wonder about that because my minstrel is definitely the quietest wheel I have. I've oiled the living crap out of it. I don't know. I'm sure somebody's going to know. Cindy Stolt or Stolt, that's in our group, told me that when you get it, oil it and oil it and oil it and oil it. Like when you think you've oiled it way more than enough, oil it a little bit more. And it is super quiet. That's true. The Kromsky treadles were really close together. That is absolutely true. Carrie said it's a spinning wheel that's only for women. No kidding, no joking, we mean it. Jennifer said at one point I had borrowed a Lendrum and I absolutely adored how easy it was to change the bobbins. If only I could combine all my favorite features into one spinning wheel, no joke. That's why I have so many. Because, like, there's no wheel that is... Wheels are like a man. There's no wheel that has everything you want. So you have to pick the things, the priorities that are most important to you. Or a woman. Same with women. We don't have everything they want either. Or, you know what I'm saying. Have everything, whatever. You know. Hello, Joanne from Wisconsin. Oh my gosh, Ellen. Don't ask me that. Ellen said if you could only get one wheel, which would you get and why? I mean, that's like Sophie's Choice, almost. Not really. That's a terrible thing to say. I'm sorry. I make jokes. Joking is my coping mechanism. That was terrible. Kathy said, I'm just starting to spin wool. I'm still using drop spindles to get the hang of spinning before I spend money on a wheel. I just can't make myself pull the trigger on a spinning wheel. Kathy, have you had an opportunity to try a few? Oh, Monterey Bay. Hi, Melody. I bet it's not freezing there. Interesting. Southern Citrus said I oiled it all the time and rubbed it with candle wax. Do you know where the noise was? Crystal said one day I'm going to have a proper nitty noddy. Me too, Crystal. Someday. But I like my PVC one. Candy said I think I didn't invest in a wheel for at least a year of spindle spinning. You can wait until you're ready. There's nothing wrong with that. And some people never go to a wheel. And there's nothing wrong with that either. Like, do your thing. Southern Citrus said I have a sidekick now and a Spinolution Echo. Both are easier on my hips, but that is a problem specific to me. Annie said I have a Shocked Reeves and sidekick. I'd love to add a larger Reeves. See? Because there isn't one that really does everything. But I do think... Hang on. Darn these freaking spammers. I do think that of all my wheels, I have to think about this. If I literally could only keep one, I think I would keep the Hanson. Because the speeds are basically infinitely almost adjustable, and that gives you so much in the way of option. Does that make sense? She said most of the noise came from the support bar between the front legs. It was so loud. Really? Carrie said, what's proper though as far as nitty noddies go? I mean, I love mine. I'm not getting rid of it. I'm keeping it. Crystal said, I'm winding a skein and measuring on a quilt ruler. It's awkward. You mean one of those big acrylic ones? That's actually a really good idea. Let's see. Lana said, we're in Wisconsin. To Joanne. Sue said I would keep my Hanson too just for the speed and to save my knees. Jennifer said, what if you could only keep one of your Treadling spinning wheels? Which one would you keep? I think that's hard. Probably my Matchless, even though it's harder to take places because it's a lot heavier and more cumbersome. Because I have a whole bunch of whirls for it, so I can adjust the speed a lot, and that makes it so I can like spin a thicker yarn more slowly, you know, ply really, really fast if I want to. So if it was my treadle wheel, I think it would be the Matchless. But I'd love to hear what other people think, so throw your opinions out there. Kathy said, I really like my Turkish spindle. I wish it had a little bigger crossbars. Melody said, hi, Carrie. Yes, it's very cool. My daughter volunteered there for several years when she was in high school. Cool. Oh, Crystal said a nitty noddy with an actual measurement. Yes, Candy said PVC is like duct tape, great for so many things. John made it, and he made it so it's a exactly, it's 2 yards. If it's like straight up and down, it's 2 yards, but I always kind of like go out in a V. I think that's normal. And so I always know that I can figure at least 2 yards. Okay, Southern Stitcher said, yep, I called my dealer. They just kept telling me to use candle wax. I wonder if something was wrong. Because mine is like silent almost. Gail said, I love my Hanson, but I like my Sonata more after getting the magnetic flyer. What is that? Terry said, I love my Hanson, would keep it overall. Crystal said 6x24 inch. Yeah, okay, I know what those are. I have one of those in my drawer. Yeah, but that is kind of weird. Mel is a proud member of the Janky Nitty Noddy Club. Well, if you spend money on a really expensive nitty noddy, that's fiber money. I mean, if you just have money laying around, I don't. Melody said, I have a few spinning wheels and they are all different. Amen, sister. Oh gosh. Rico said I tried winding a skein from knee to foot. How'd that go? Oh, I love this. Annie said I have two broken nitty knotties that I combined into a working Franken knotty. Okay, Venus said I have a Reeves. They are double drive, so I'm still practicing on the tensioning. It's a bit harder to treadle. Could be I'm just more used to my Polonaise. A Reeves is a shocked wheel, right? Cheryl said I spin on a drop spindle and ply with a wheel. I think that's cool. For me, it is set up and space. Oh, see, and I think that's one of the things that makes it hard because we all have Frank and Naughty. We all have different like priorities. So for me, the biggest priority is versatility as far as speed, and also like my second consideration is how big of the bobbins. Like if I could get a National Custom Spinworks wheel, I would totally get. If I had the opportunity, I would totally buy one because that bobbin is humongous. But they're an odd wheel. They didn't make them very long. Sue said I would probably keep my shocked Reeves because it's so beautiful, but I would also keep my matchless because it's such a versatile wheel, and would also keep my Traddy because it's such a workhorse. See, that's what I'm saying. Lisa is coveting a Purple Heart Hansen. They are very, very nice wheels. I love my Hansen. Okay, Gail said it just kind of snaps on when changing bobbins. I'll have to look at those. If I had to choose just one, I would cry for making the rest feel. I would too, Sue. They're like part of my family. That's why they all have names. Candy said I use a homemade PVC frame for hand quilting on too. I've seen those. Crystal said it's the grip I use on the ruler that kills me. I believe it. If I think about using that way, that seems like it would be tough. Right now, no one in the house wants to touch PVC due to pipe issues lately. I'm sorry. Melody said, what's a traddy? It's an Ashford traditional. Candy said, I have some Purple Heart. Just need to figure out how to make a spinner out of it. Good idea. Mel is going to change the name, the club name. You must be the president if you can just make that decision unilaterally. I love it. The Janky Frank and Naughty Club. Venus said, are there two kinds of Reeves? Mine is a Rick Reeves. Bears said, one of my favorite features of my Spinolution Bullfrog is the big 16-ounce bobbin option. Annie said, gotta get Elsie to nap. Thanks for visiting, Annie. It's fun seeing everyone. Keep you in my thoughts. Thank you. Also stocking the mail for that Valentine blended top. It went out. I've been shipping next day most times. Okay, Lisa said, Candy, let me know if you figure it out. Hello, Hollis. Gosh, she said, happy to be back with you. How are you? Stu said, yep, Traddy Ashford Traditional. Gail Carmichael said the magnetic flyer is an option for the Sonata, but standard on the Fantasia. I did not know that. Okay, Hollis says, Hansen, then Lendrum. I had an opportunity to spin on a Lendrum, and it was last summer, and I think it was last summer. It was awesome. Candy said I would let everyone know if I could ever figure that one out, Lisa. Oh, Danielle. Hello, Danielle. Hi and happy Saturday. Just got in from a backyard skate with the kids. Hot chocolate for them and spin for me. What are you spinning? Let's hear it. Ellen said, so I guess I better keep saving so I can get more than one wheel. Thanks, everyone. I mean, if you're looking for your first wheel, my always advice is try to go to some kind of a Fiberfest if you can, so you can try a few. Because a lot of times vendors bring more than one, and you can sit down and treadle them a bit and just see kind of like what feels good and what kind of feels like it fits your body. I don't know how else to explain it, but I think if you have any possible way that you can do that, it will really be helpful to you. Oh, I didn't know that. Southern Stitcher said Shocked bought the copyright production rights to the Rick Reeves wheel designs. I didn't realize that. Okay, Melody said, thanks, I have a traddy that was a bit abused. I'm still working on adjusting it. Man, for whatever reason, those are the ones that I feel like I generally see. The Ashford Traditionals, I see them a lot, and a lot of times they've been beat up. Oh. Okay, Script Goddess. Okay, and Lisa both love their Lendrums. Sue said there are Reeves wheels made by Rick Reeves and later ones. Oh, I see. Carrie said, I almost cried when I sold my traddy, but it went to a very excited new spinner, so that helped. It does help, doesn't it, to know it's going to a good home? I gotta get a drink of water. I'm still a little weird in the throat. Can you tell? Oh, there you go. Script Goddess said, I checked out fiber stores in my area. Some had rentals to test out wheels. Danielle said, I'm spinning some giant roll logs I made from mill ends. I love that. I'm going to call you Allie because I'm not sure. But, or Ali, you tell me. How does one find Fiberfest? Where are you located? Maybe we can help you now. But if not, if you have a local group, either on like Ravelry or Facebook, a lot of times everybody in your group will kind of know what's available. Carrie said, I bet if you post in the Facebook group, you'll get a ton of answers. Yes. Lisa also made a nitty naughty out of PVC. I love it. Carrie said, I bet if you post in the Facebook group, you'll get a ton of answers. Venus said, mine was made by Rick Reeves. Shocked doesn't make parts for mine. I had to find someone who could craft 2 bobbins for it. Found someone on Etsy who did a wonderful job. Was it Bobbin Boy? I've heard he does a good job. Melody said, yep, my traddy is from 1970 question. It was abused. I've seen so many. I've seen them like moldy, dogs chewing up the legs. You know, I don't know why. It tends to be the traddies. It's interesting, isn't it? Southern Stitcher said, my minstrel went to a young girl who was so excited. It's nice. It really is. Lana said, Lisa, great idea. I think I'll make a longer center for mine. Thanks for the idea. Gosh, what is the deal today? Okay, Central Florida. Does anybody know? I'm trying to think if we even have anyone in Florida at the off the top of my head. Okay, Mel said I'm spinning some South American wool from Wool Fiend. Terry said I love my Louette S51. I have so many flyers for her. Honestly, is it Louette or Louet? Louet. Melody said a friend passed away, and gave my daughter a Kromsky mazurka. I kind of adopted it. It's a wonderful spinning wheel. I taught someone to spin on a mazurka once. They're so teeny. Venus said I'd have to look, but it was someone who used to work in a shop that sold them. Thank you, Carrie. Danielle said I just got a 3D printed bobbin from, is it Acreworks? I don't know if I've heard anyone actually pronounce it. They have ones for so many makers of wheel. I also got a Swift from them. I have not seen them. The Swifts, I mean. Southern Stitcher said Bob and Boy sounds like a sidekick to a fiber superhero. He is a grown man. And he's like a lathe expert guy. You know, lathe expert. Here's my card. I'm a lathe expert. Can you imagine? Kathy said in Northern California, there's a fiber festival on the coast in May. What's that one called? I know there's in Lambton, but is that in Northern California? And another in Dixon, a sheep and alpaca show, plus Fiber Festival the first week in October. I'm going to both unless COVID. Lisa said I'm in northeastern Florida for the winter. So Lisa, do you know of anything? Southern Stitcher said if I found a mazurka, I would snap it up. You know, I don't know where you are in Florida, Allie, but there is one in South Carolina in October. I think it's October, called SAF. Southeastern, is it Southeastern Animal and Fiber Festival? Something like that. SAFF. Oh, okay. Lambtown is in Dixon. Okay. So, Bear said, I love my 70s traditional that was in need of repair when we found it for $50. See, they're all out there. We finished the wood and replaced a few parts, but she spins again now. That's so cool. Danielle said, it's a squirrel cage Swift. It's actually super portable. I'm very, I've seen squirrel cages. I don't totally understand. I probably need to look them up. Lana said, I'm in Oklahoma. Are there any groups or Fiberfest that you know of? I don't. I think they have one in Dallas. That's the only one anywhere in that general part of the country that I know of. Okay, Kathy said Lambtown is the one in Dixon the first weekend in October. I've never been to it. I just know someone who lives in around Placerville, and she's gone to it before. Hello M, said I just bought my first big loom, a JL Hammett. Anyone here have one? Favorite counterbalance loom resources? I don't have one. Where is that? Southern Stitcher said Great Lakes Fiber Festival is my local show. Where is Great Lakes? Is that in Ohio? I feel like I have heard of it. Lisa said no, but I found some sheep farms with Florida cracker sheep. I don't know how much I know about those. Those came up though, right? Oh gosh, okay. Hollis said SAF is the last part of October in Asheville. I thought it was in South Carolina. Thank you. Oh, there you go. Mel said Google Florida Fiber Guild or Weavers Guild. See if anything pops up. Yes, Terry said Mary Egbert is in Florida. She may have wheels available. I don't really know the situation. Tanya said all my wheels are fixer uppers. One day I will get one straight out of the Bix. So the only one I think that I got brand new was my Minstrel. Lisa said, what is the floor loom you use? I have a Harrisville box. Got it. Thank you. Candy said, I forgot. Do you get your Perth locally, Trish? I do. And I've linked a few times to the shop where I get it, and she is still carrying it. So if you need some, that's my local yarn shop. If you need some, she ships. So message me and I'll give you a link to the shop if you want. Terry said Mary does the fiber box. Isn't it called spinning box? Mary donated early on when I was getting started on my channel. Mary gave me boxes 50% off to give away for gifts and stuff like that here. So she helped me out. She probably doesn't even remember that. But I really appreciate that she helped me out with that. M said Joplin, Missouri has a fiber group and fest. Could be close to you in Oklahoma. Is that helpful? Monterey Fair has a fiber auction sale in late August. Worcester, Ohio. Thank you, Lisa. I thought it might be in Ohio. I feel like I heard of it before. Lisa said Florida Fiber Inn is always fun. Haven't had it in a few years, but it's in Orlando. There you go. Yes, Evie, I will be there this year for sure. I guess unless something super crazy happens, but this year it's in the books. We're supposed to be camping. We're gonna go north and then come back down in time for Rhinebeck. Okay, yes, Wayne County. Well, Southern Stitcher, I thought you were gonna be in like Georgia or something like that. Allie said, thanks, it's hard enough getting around this state. No joke. I've joined your Facebook group. Thank you. Maybe you have other Floridians. I'm sure we do. There's like 450 people in there. Can you imagine that? Remember you guys, when that all happened, I was like, I thought maybe it'd be me and a dozen other people. There's like 450 people there. It's crazy. Beers said, I'm in Northern California and now I'm wanting to go to Lambtown this October. Yes. You should go. Pardon me. Rico wants a wheel, but now, how do you pronounce, is that Angus, my old Frankenbike wheel? I am curious. I'd love to see some information on that. All right, see, this is what I'm saying, Connie. When I have a mess up, I have to look. I got something. This yarn's a little bit splitty if I'm not looking, so. Oh my goodness. All right, we got it. Okay, Connie said, I dreamt that I moved to Idaho just to join a fiber community. I don't know anyone in Idaho. I do, so let me know if you do move. I have a lovely friend there who is a spinner, even. Okay, that was crazy. I'll tell you what. Couldn't tell what was going on for a second there. Oh, Cheryl's in Saskatchewan. Oh, Jan said, I'm in Florida and ordered 2 wheels on Webs. Did you have a chance to try them first, Jan? And I'm sorry, I know while I was looking at my sock, I missed some. Oh, I see. Born in Atlanta, but moved north when you married. Okay, Mel said, with COVID, most campgrounds up here have reservation only now, no open spots for last minute. Really? You know what? Most of the places here were so booked you couldn't get in. Kathy said, I showed my sheep at Lambtown a few years ago. So much fun. It looks fun. Aw, that's so cute. Southern Stitcher said, my husband still calls me his Southern girl. Crystal said, I'm creating a post about show your wheels spindles and tell us about them. That's awesome. We will do that, Mel. In fact, I think after we're kind of like through the next few weeks, we're going to sit down and like really plan out our route, because this makes us old people. I totally get that. But we're in the KOA club, so we do use their campgrounds a bit. Let's see. Allie said, I can't find Florida Fiber. That's not an internet service. I hope they aren't out of business. Danielle said, I'm in Southern Ontario, and the only spinners I know are online. I'm so surprised. Don't you have a really good shop around, I think it was around London area? I guess maybe it's not still there. Cheryl said, my only spinning buds are online. I can't believe that. There's not more in Canada. She said, do not anyone, do not know, I think is what you're saying. Anyone who spins here. Jan said, nope, but I knew I would love them. I have an Ashford and now a Ladybug. That's cool. Okay, Hollis, is that where you are right now? Hot Springs National Park, Arkansas? Oh, okay, so Sheila said, okay, I'm in Edmond. Good look at this. Rhonda. Rhonda, I thought you weren't going to make it. Didn't you say you couldn't make it? Maybe I'm crazy. I'm listening while doing other things. I have a Kromsky mazurka I'm thinking of selling, but I'm in Texas. Elizabeth, hello. I'm sorry, I posted it. I apologized earlier. I posted it on Facebook. I meant to move it to Instagram and then also to here, and I got sidetracked. Crystal said if you used the KOA campground when you were here, you were just down the street from me. Where are you, Crystal? I don't remember. I'm sorry. Jean said, hey, Jean. Sorry so late. Didn't know we had a live today. I did post in the group and on Facebook that I was moving it to today. And I appreciate you guys a lot. Thank you. A lot of love on the post. So thanks. Okay. Danielle said maybe, but we have been closed more than open with COVID. I've only been spinning since last year. Yeah. Closed more than open is about right. Oh, Lana used to live in Oklahoma too. Aaron said I haven't been able to sit with my e-spinner lately. It wasn't going well, but I think it was user error. I hope to hop on more this week to figure it out. Rhonda said Fiber Festivals in Oklahoma. Try Fiber Christmas in July. It's in Kellysville. Yay. See, I knew somebody would help. Oh, okay. Crystal said Rapid City. Where were we in South Dakota? We were right close to Mount Rushmore. I don't remember the name of the campground. It was a KOA, and I think there's like 3 of them right in that area. Bye, Southern Stitcher. Jean said totally my fault. I mean, I didn't mean it like that, Jean. I know it was a little, I don't know, short notice. I do apologize. Excuse me, sir. Did you guys hear that? He's just like huffing at me. Oh, Melody said they don't make the mazurka anymore. I didn't know that. Sally said I keep checking eBay for a wheel. That's a great place to look. And then also Craigslist is a good place to look because Craigslist has kind of like quieted down a bit. You know? Does being part of the KOA club make me an old person? I don't really care. P.S. But I mean, is that a sign? Candy said Keystone Campground or something like that, maybe. I cannot remember. I mean, if I saw it, I could tell you, like, oh yeah, that's it. I remember we were in the little dog park part, and we made friends with a guy from Texas who also had his dogs there. I love them. I love those campgrounds. Jean said, I know you didn't. I know what's going on and can't believe you made time for us. I'll love you. Love you too. I really appreciate you guys. I really do. Candy said that Grace nickname was because I have none. Oh. You have grace. Maybe not physical grace, but you have a lot of charm and personal grace. Personality grace? Crystal said being part of KOA makes you smart. John did it. Candy said, no, not a sign, Trish. When you have an RV, it's just a thing. I guess so. Camping's gotten a lot different. Mel. You guys. Mel said, no, but if you were part of the Good Sam's Club, you may be my grandma. Everywhere you go, when you go on those trips, those ads are like everywhere. Well, Carrie, he must have been out there a while. She said the cold got to Dan. He's on his way home. He was out there a while. I don't blame him. Elizabeth said, Oh my gosh, I just got home from visiting my college kid. Glad to get the end of the live. Yay! I'm glad you're here too. Lana said, well, you couldn't have found a better place to be here. Oh, Trisha's amazing, and so are everyone here in the tribe. Love this group. They are. I appreciate it. I do think we have some great freaking people here. Hello, Margarita. Happy birthday to your father-in-law. Grace presents. There you go. I also was not particularly blessed with physical grace, so I can relate to that quite a bit. I'm sorry about the coughing. I don't know what's going on with that today. It's weird. 9 to 2:30. He's a baller. Hi, Cindy. It's just for this week. I am sorry if you didn't see it. I posted on Facebook and only on Facebook because I am awful. I got sidetracked. Just for this week, I had to move it up. Oh, how fun, Mel. Mel said we're going to the World Champion snow sculpting this afternoon. Oh, wait. Okay. Dawn said, got high-speed whirl for Christmas and haven't tried it yet. Any suggestions on what fiber to try it on first? Something that you can spin really, really fine. Because if you're spinning very, very thin, fine thread, it takes more twist to keep it together. So the high-speed whirl is like the perfect thing. So whatever you like to spin thin and fine. Does that make sense? Oh my gosh, I'm almost on toe. Gotta look at this. And I think this year too, I'm probably gonna camp at the Michigan Fiber Festival for the whole week, because you can like go down there on Tuesday. It's on a fairgrounds. You can camp on the fairgrounds. I've done it before. It's super fun. So I think I'm going to do that this year. And then Rhinebeck. So I need to start saving money now, basically. Dawn said, would silk work? I've got silk sheets to try out yet. You could try that. As long as you can draft it out very, very fine, it's probably a good thing to try on it. Oh no. Oh, Elizabeth. Don't make me laugh. Why is it always you, Elizabeth? She said, so while I was gone, my dog mangled, ate my koi pond you dyed in the most recent dying video. I think I can save most of it, but I fully expect her to poop Firestar for days. I'm so sorry. I didn't do anything weird to it to make it smell delicious to a dog. Margarita said, my husband and I were talking about our plans this summer. I told him that I wanted to have lunch with you on our way to Moomers. Where's Moomers? He calls you that lady that sits and knits and talks and reads. That's totally me. Where's Moomers? Do you come through my area, Margarita? When you go there? I don't know where it is. Rhonda said, thank you, Elizabeth. He had been in the hospital and then a rehab hospital because he had a toe amputated. That's why I thought you weren't going to make it, Rhonda. He's been gone since early December and is ready to be home. How nice to bring him home. Erin said this year is the 50th anniversary of Walnut Valley Bluegrass Festival. So all festival money is going to that this year. I get it. I get that. My sister used to go to a bluegrass festival, but I don't know where it was. I think it was in Illinois. Dawn said, thanks all. I'll try that first, then see what it does. Candy said, OMG, no. That was a pretty color, too. Mel said, we used to stay at our fiber fair all weekend when my mother-in-law used to vend there. I bet vending is real fun. So much fun. Can you live on can you live on kettle corn for days? You know what I like at the festivals is that lemonade they make with real lemons. I love it. I mean, I love it. Okay, Margarita said, Moomers is in northern Michigan. Yes, you live near our route there. I gotta look and see where's Moomers. Cause have we talked about Moomers before? That sounds familiar. Oh yeah, ice cream. We're not really on the way to Traverse City though. Not really. Oh, Candy said, thinking about pooping Firestar just reminded me of when my daughter ate my seed beads and pooped a rainbow of colors. The beadwork I was doing was in rainbow colors. You guys. Oh, oh gosh, Carrie, that is like my favorite thing. Carrie said one day I hope to vend at Fiberfest. Good, I'll come visit you. Do it this year. You know, I've been to Traverse City a couple times. I don't know Moomers. I've been to Red Wings practice. What do they call it? Training camp up there, not practice camp. What? Candy said, "Oh, and once she ate some of my hot pink art chalk pastels, and it came out hot pink." Having kids, it's an adventure. Dude, my niece used to hide and eat crayons, lots of rainbow poops. They are. I didn't even know that. Carrie said they're a juried fest. That does not surprise me, though. Seems to me like there's a bit of nonsense going on behind the scenes there, but I don't know enough to feel sure. It just, there's things that seem that way, if that makes sense. Gives you those vibes. Bye, Dawn. Dawn said, gotta go help hubby put up a tarp. On the frame he set up, it's 30 degrees out, and he is insistent that I have to help him. I'm so sorry. Connie said, my sister-in-law's dog always tries to steal fluff when I'm spinning. She will chew on it like bubble gum. That scares me. I'm always afraid that if they do that, they're going to get like a, because it doesn't really digest, they're going to get a blockage. Jean said, I'd love to live close enough to go to a fiber festival. I'm sorry if I don't really know that much about like down along the southern coast. I will, Lisa. Lisa said you have to look it up next time you go to Traverse City. You're welcome. Mel said vending was a mixed bag on Mother's Day in Minnesota and pole buildings. Ooh, usually really cold and wet. Bear wants to know what a juried fest is. So I think, and correct me if I get this wrong, but my understanding is that means you have to basically like submit your work for them to approve before you can be in it. For like a committee to approve it, and they vote on you. Like, have you ever heard of that story by Shirley Jackson, The Lottery? Kind of like that. And well, I better not say anymore. I have opinions. Always. Lisa said, SAF is amazing if you can get there. I would not mind doing that. I feel like that would be a great thing to do and take our camper and camp. Mel said, my dog tries to get into my fiber all the time. Connie said, I worry about that too. You know, I think they probably have to eat a big like wad of it to get obstructed, but it's a little scary because it really won't digest. Excuse me. Margarita said, we visit a friend in South Bend. So we go past your neck of the woods. Oh yeah, that would be sort of on the way. You can have lunch with me. I mean, heck, I don't know. What right now I'm feeling like I don't know up from down. Not kidding. Bye, Lana. Thanks for coming. It's nice to see you. Lisa said this is a great. I think that's it. Lisa said this. Thank you. This is a great group. No fiber police. I think that's what turns me off about the juried thing. I don't like the fiber police. I'm a fiber renegade. I'm a fiber criminal. Oh my goodness. Mel said, but I know I can squeeze 6 to 7 ladies in my pickup camper for an impromptu wine night. All right then. Molly's my new best friend. Lori said I have mostly Ashford wheels, so I would say probably my traditional on my Kiwi. Or my Kiwi, I think you probably are saying. Evie said if you go to Rhinebeck, would you have a table? Or just does it... I would just go as a customer. I don't think that I ever have enough to fill a booth. Shady Susan said, I never had trouble with my dogs in yarn or fiber, but when I lost both of them, I have 2 cats now, and they are terrible with my yarn. I have to make sure it is not in their reach. Luther will take fiber, especially if it's dirty. He likes it stinky. Connie said, I think dogs and cats can still smell that sheepy smell. Yeah, probably. Hello. Oh, see, more people from Ontario. I'm telling you, we've got a few people. How do you pronounce your name? Is it Andre? Help me. I probably have it wrong. I'm a name slaughterer, a renegade, a name slaughterer, fiber criminal. I'm kind of a fugitive. I'm okay, Lana. Don't even worry. It's just that sticking a little bit. Like I'm not that last little scratchiness. Rhonda said, I see what we do as art, so there are no rules. That's right. I do too. The rule breakers are the real artists. Fiber felon. It's not true. Kiri said you sell out too fast to have a booth. Yeah. Maybe team up with your yarn shop. Lisa, yes. Of course. It's very fun. The bathrooms aren't great. Andre? I love it. I didn't slaughter it. See? Okay, Erin. She said, okay, Trish, we need more shirts. I was working on some yesterday. I did add a few new colors to the shop of shirts that we already have designed. There's a new V-neck baller shirt. There's a new tank top with baller on it. There are a few new ones coming, but I might get some help with those because I know a graphic designer that can help me with that. Hello, Mo. Hello and well wishes from South Dakota. How are you? South Dakota's beautiful. So yeah, more shirts are coming, but I think I need graphic designer help. But I mean, you guys have seen... sorry, I got sidetracked because Jan said, as long as I don't leave yarn or fiber dangling, my cat won't mess with it. You've seen Luther grab whatever and run away with it. Right now he's completely asleep. Fiber criminal, fleece criminal. I go against the grain, man. Carrie said fiber criminal shirts could be orange. Prison orange. Melody said, we took in 4 alpacas a couple years ago, and we had a surprise baby alpaca. That's fun. Alpacas make me nervous about the baby thing. Lisa said, yes, I love South Dakota. We used to camp in eastern South Dakota and we live in Nebraska. We lived in Nebraska. Crystal said, fiber criminal in the style of MJ Smooth Criminal look, basically a sheep with a fedora. You guys are so smart. Fiber felon. The fiber felon should have like a striped, like old fashioned prison stripes. Jane. Hello, Jane. Welcome. Don't make me laugh or I'll cough. Catching you up. It just seems like the gestating and birthing process is harder for alpacas. I don't know. I guess I shouldn't talk because I really don't know. Carrie said a fedora, shiny jacket, and pants that are too short. Oh, okay. It's time for a toe. Margarita, are you leaving? Thank you. It's nice to see you. You have a great weekend too. Evie said, I lived near Rhinebeck for 15 years. I went for the first time last year and they only had a handful of weaving. Well, I missed it this year. I had planned to go and then I had to got sidetracked with some classes. I never should have skipped it, but I did. And I was wondering if it was less full than previous years because of COVID. I don't really know, but I was wondering. Last time I was there was 2017, so I don't really know. Oh, Shady Susan said, I think alpaca carry the baby for a year. Really? I've heard of a surprising amount of surprise alpaca babies. Oh, really? Okay, so Evie said, no, I went both days and the tickets were sold out on Saturday. Well, Melody said, we didn't want any more babies or anything, but a boy got through the fencing last January. They're surprisingly persistent, aren't they? They are serious. Hello, Kai. All right, we're starting toe. You're not late, you're right on time. Crystal said, alpaca don't really send out pregnancy announcements. Dang it. Mel said, I feel like I'm super not cool enough for Rhinebeck. What are you talking about? I think it would stress me out. Competitive shopping, not my bag. It's really not like that. It's really just fun. People are super nice and supportive. People will stop you and say, like, I love your sweater. People are awesome there. The last time I was there, there was a point where I felt like it got too busy for me to have fun, and I just went home. But it's fun. Okay, Christina, I haven't seen you in forever. Christina said, I have over 50 alpacas. They do carry their crias for 11 to 12 months plus. My goodness, Kai. Kai said it was like 15 degrees out yesterday. You're totally cool enough for Rhinebeck, Mel. Okay, Jane said Rhinebeck was so crowded when I went 3 years ago. My friend who was short couldn't see anything. You know what? That is one thing that I feel like when I'm in a crowd is really nice because I'm 5'10", and especially in a crowd that's like primarily composed of women, I'm a lot taller than everybody. So you can always find me. Crystal said, wander around, check stuff out, get ideas, forget ideas, take pictures of ideas. I added that. Eat and have fun. Yes, you've got to eat at the artichoke booth. Carrie said it's fun and fiber people tend to be so nice. It really is. Also, just stick close to me because I will cut someone trying to buy what I'm trying to buy. Like competitive shopping, I'm scary. I can't stop coughing either. That would freak people out. Yep, Evie said everybody's sitting on benches knitting their new purchases. You can go see the dogs. I know, right, Aaron? Teresa said my local alpaca farm thought 2 of their alpacas were pregnant, but they never delivered. The one even got very heavy. I saw her and she sure looked pregnant. That's so crazy. Candy said you'll never find me. I'm short. Okay, good. Are you going to Maryland this year? That'll be fun. Melody said we had raised Angora goats, but are down to 3. A friend needed to rehome alpacas and Shetland sheep. Well, darn. I'm not even the tallest in my family, Erin. My oldest sister was like 5'7", and my middle sister, I'm the youngest. My middle sister is 5'11". We're just tall. We're tall folks. If you go to Rhinebeck, you'll find me. Even if you're Candy and you're short, just look up like this. Danielle said my sister still needs inhalers for her COVID cough, and it's been a few weeks. I did use a little tiny bit of albuterol, but it wasn't. It wasn't bad. Allie said, haha, Facebook would ban you for that comment, Trish. That's true. Carrie said if you're short, you can dodge and weave to the front of the crowds. And also, if you are competitively shopping, you can like dart in, get something, and run away with it like Oliver Twist. I don't know why I thought of Oliver Twist, but... See, Carrie said my oldest daughter is 5'11". It is not that unusual. And also, I don't know if people know this, but I grew up in Holland, Michigan. Excuse me. And I don't know if it's Dutch genetics or what it is, but there are so many women taller than me there. And like, there are tons of really tall men. The people in that area are just so tall. Everywhere else I go, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it because it's weird. That's it. Wildfire Woo said Artful Dodger. That's why I think of that, I'm sure. Teresa said I miss Maryland. I went every year for about 15 years. Now I live in Indiana, so I've not been in years. I wish there was somewhere there. It's the Howard County Fairgrounds, right? I wish there was somewhere there to camp. Because it is a fun one to go to. Candy said I'm almost 5'4". You're a peanut. My brother is nearly a foot taller. Nose hair view on tall people. Mel said Rhinebeck pro tip. Just look for the tall lady that will cut you if you buy the yarn she wants. You do need to look out. Just saying. I don't know. Carrie said maybe it's something in the Holland water. It's so weird because John was 6'4", but he compressed some of his vertebrae, so he's a little shorter now. Okay? I don't know exactly how tall he is. But he says in his whole entire life, until he moved to Holland, he always felt like he was like way taller than everybody. And when he went there, he could be in a line in the grocery store and there would be taller men on both sides of him. And like that has never happened to him in his life. Sally asked if I'm a Lions fan. I don't really watch football, but I am a Red Wings fan for life. Teresa said, it is the best one I have ever attended. I liked it better than Rhinebeck. You're talking about Maryland, right? Elizabeth said, we moved a lot when I was a kid, and my parents always said that people are taller in the Midwest. Must be. Isn't it weird that Michigan's considered the Midwest, though? Shouldn't we be like the North? Candy said I can walk under the fifth wheel without hitting my head. That is actually really nice. Oh, Tanya said my mom was 4 foot 11 and a half. She would have loved you, her being taller than you and all. You guys, I'm gonna die. It's crazy. It's weird too because I am taller than like almost all the women I know, but I never feel weird about it. I don't even think about it. I know that it bothers a lot of people. Yes, Carrie. Carrie said Dan says Michigan is southern Canada. We have joked about like the Upper Peninsula being like little Canada and stuff like that. I mean, they even sound a little bit Canadian. They don't sound exactly like Canadians, but they have their own. If you live here, you know. They have their own accent. Candy knows. Bye, Kai. Nice to see you. Evie said my mother was 5'10" and my father was 5'54". Oh, 5'4". Um, Melody, that's so cute. Sunny and Cher, that's adorable. Melody asked, "Is your family from Holland, the Netherlands?" It is not. Um, in fact, my mom used to joke because everyone, when we moved there, like a lot of Dutch people, they were still very Dutch there, and they didn't like outsiders. I know it sounds bad, but I mean, it was 1979. And so my mom used to say, well, at least you guys can pass because you could not tell us from, all the Dutch ethnicity kids. You can't tell. But when we did our DNA not that long ago, I found out like I have a whole bunch of Finnish I never knew about. Mel thinks it's funny. I don't know how to cook any of the Finnish food. That's right. Candy said, yep. Yeah, hey there, guy. I can't really do it. I can't really do that accent. Hey there, guy. It's a accent that is like nothing else. Wu said my best friend is about 6 feet and I'm 5'5". Together we look like a teapot and a beanpole, but I love her. Yeah, my best friend is like 5'9", so we are really close to the same height, but her waist is like 6 inches taller than mine. So she's, or higher than mine. So she's like all legs. Lucky. That's okay, Mel, honestly. Don't even think about it. But it's been interesting, like learning about a new culture that I never knew anything about. I still don't know a ton, but Jane said the New England Fiber Festival is good. Where's that? This year they had free wine tasting. You've got my attention, Jane. In the building next door. Pretty good way to increase sales in the afternoon after you drank about 20 samples. I bet. It does sound very fun. Oh, wait. Lee said they are Finnish. The Yoopers are Finnish? I think you get kind of a little bit of everything. Because there's a lot of like, there was a lot at the time of timber and steel when people were moving there, and iron. So people came for jobs, like of all different ethnicities. Oh, Springfield, Massachusetts. Trying to keep the coughing down with the water. Oh, shoot. It's almost 3:30. I did not know that, Lisa. Hmm. Well, oh, well, my dad's family, I think, came here from Canada, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't know that either, Lee. That's so interesting. Um, my dad's family, like, kind of like came from Ireland to Canada and then down through there, though. And my great grandma had a house in the Upper Peninsula. So maybe that's where it came from. In fact, little known fact, and you can Google, well, we Wikipedia'd this. My, I think it's my great great aunt was actually married to one of Al Capone's brothers and owned a tavern up there. It's the truth. We Googled it because I thought it was like one of those like made up family stories. You know the kind I mean. But you can find it. Lisa said up by Porcupine Mount. I can't say it. Porcupine Mountain in Ontonagon. Allie, I don't have any minions. These are my friends. And now you're part of it. And you can't leave. uh Candy said Finns in the UP and Italians. That must be it. And Italians next door from Ironwood, Michigan, in Hurley, Wisconsin. So that's right where my great grandma's house is. It's like maybe 20 minutes from Hurley, I think. Whose last names end in A if you were a Finn, and O if you were Italian. I also found out I had Italian I didn't know about. No, Jerry asked, are you switching to Saturdays or is it changed for just this week? We have to go down to visit John's mom tomorrow, so it is just for this week. And we couldn't go today because they were moving her, so. Carrie said my biological uncle has done our chart all the way back to the 1600s. That's so cool, and I'm related to Captain Cook. Lisa said, and I frequented my grandfather's bar on LaSalle Street in Chi-Town. How cool is that? Oh, Al! No way. What a connection. There's pictures of the tavern with my grandpa in it. I think it's the same tavern. I don't have to ask my sister. She lives up there now. She lives in the house that my great grandparents built out of a like Sears catalog house. No way, Tanya. That's cool too. See, we're all well, I guess I'm not really related to a famous person. It was marriage that I know of. Okay, Aaron said my mom's family's from Wisconsin. We have a lot of German and French. Sorry. Allie, you're also a friend. Minions makes it sound like I would like give people orders and Jane said when I heard embrace the waddle, I knew I met my tribe. What can you do? You can cry about it. Oh, cute. Danielle. Danielle said my husband's 6'3" and slim. I'm 5'5" and not slim. I say we look like the number 10. I feel like me and John look like a Viking couple. Like if we put on helmets and picked up some axes and things, people would run. Heather said one of my cousins did our tree and they say we're related to Abraham Lincoln. I don't believe it. What? I didn't believe it either. Heather, and then when I looked it all up, I can't remember what brother it is. I want to say Frank. I might have that wrong. We Wikipedia'd him and found where he moved to, who he married, and stuff like that. And I was like, wait, that really is my great aunt. That's legit. Crystal's related to Benedict Arnold. How do you find that out? Carrie said, and wear your Viking gear to a Fiberfest. That's right. I don't play. You get whatever you want. And you end up in a lot of TikToks. Other people's TikToks. Oh, Candy said, that's too funny, Trish, braid that hair. I would too. You know what? I would like to do one of those like mohawk braids, you know? Hello, Lisa. How are you doing? Embrace the waddle. It's the truth. That's a t-shirt we need. Elizabeth Scott said our claim is that we're related to Betsy Ross through her brother-in-law. Oh, that's so cool. Carrie said, I would love to do a mohawk braid. Lisa said, doing okay. Thanks for asking. I've been thinking about you. Crystal said, my grandmother said he's in the family tree, so he is in the records my aunt has. All I have to say is, remember, there are two sides to every story, and the family never liked his second wife. You know, I do think there's two sides to every story. I'm living that right now. So, I got you. I'm with you. Oh, gosh, you guys, I gotta go, though, because it's after 3:30. I gotta turn my spaghetti sauce back on. I turned it off because I knew I wouldn't be able to stir it. And I was afraid it might, burn to the bottom of the pan. Okay, I'll answer this, but then I really do gotta go. Okay, Jane said, what is on the back of your couch? Did I miss that since I joined late? This is, no, you didn't miss anything. I put it back there because I thought I might finish this sock, but then I just read and talked like I always do. It's a cape. Oh boy, it's hard to see. It will eventually have a hood on it. But I can knit this without really thinking too hard. So I thought if I finish the socks, I'd make it handy for me. So no, you didn't miss anything. I just wanted to have it handy. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Lisa. Oh, yeah, Tracy said, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Erin said, thank you for the tribe time. Thinking about you and John. Thank you. Thank you, Teresa. She said, very pretty, so pretty. It's going to be cool, I think, when it's done. Oh, Mel's got to go put on snow pants. Have fun. Stay warm. I hope you got your long johns. Thanks, Connie. Kathy has to go too. Oh, microbiology homework. You must be smart. Have a great day. Thank you. I'm sorry about moving it up short notice. I'm sorry about all that. I'll tell you. Thank you. That's right. Erin said, hit that like and subscribe. I don't say that usually because, well, you guys know. You know how I am. Thanks you guys for showing up. I really thought, because of the, the short notice on changing the time, that it would be very, quiet, but I appreciate you guys making the time short notice. So thanks. I'll see you guys all soon. I love you. Bye.